You can't vote. Anybody that don't know that must be on crack. Please.
Yeah, I know. Look, Jack, I can't tell them the real candidate that cares about America. I can't tell them who to vote for, Jack. I would love to. Look, between you and me, you and I know that the only candidate that actually will do something to protect most Americans, and you and I both know about protection, but we know that the only candidate of the two, his first name starts with a B, and we know he's the only real candidate for America. But I can't say that publicly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jack, okay, just calm down. Look, at least I told them they had to vote on November the 4th, 2008. At least I got that taken care of. So they'll know better than to let that game be played on them. Hey, America is smart. Trust me, Jack, have faith in America. I swear.
Well, that was a very powerful bit of footage there. Very interesting and very provocating to the issues. I just wanted to mention one thing to America. Americans who want change. Let me kind of break it down a little bit for you. People don't change because they see the proverbial light. Keep in mind, people change and want to change because they begin to feel the heat. Now, if you are feeling the heat just like me, just like Al, just like everybody in Pittsburgh, everybody in Pennsylvania, somewhere along the line, everybody's feeling the heat. And so let's begin to make that positive change under the heat that we're under right now so that it cools down to the point where everybody can relax and breathe and start doing more things to help our country and to help ourselves. So people don't change because they see the light. They change because they feel the heat. So if we need to turn the heat up on Washington, D.C., and our congressmen and our senators, let's turn the heat up on them because they're going to have to change too. And I wanted to mention to Al, I thought I heard something about the letter B. Is that something to
You
do
would
with
have to hear that.
Barack Obama?
You didn't hear that, all right? Nobody heard. Okay, well, I guess.
I heard that. And it seems.
All right. You caught me. Yes, I did say that. Look, I was talking to Jack before the video came on, and even you saw that I accidentally left the videotape on. It is so clear that, and I'm not trying to be partisan, and I like wonderful Republican people such as the great Hillman family, Elsie Hillman. I respect Republicans. I voted for Republicans. I voted for independents, and I voted for Democrats. But before I am an Italian, I am an American. Before I am a Democrat, I am an American. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the Democratic Party. I'm not impressed with the Republican Party. And before I answer your question, I want you to know the media doesn't want to tell us the truth. Did you know that Barack Obama is not the only African American campaigning for president? I bet you didn't know that. Most people don't.
Most people didn't know that.
There's a woman on the Green Party named Cynthia. That's her first name. An African American woman who is campaigning for president, but the media shut her out.
They shut her out.
But let me throw down what the real deal is. I'm voting for America. And Barack Obama has pledged that he will bring back our Constitution. He will adhere to the Constitution. We will get the terrorists. Under Barack Obama, we will capture the terrorists. But we won't do it by torture. We won't do it by suppressing the Constitution. And we will not do it by taking away our privacy completely. We already have an erosion of our privacy, Lenell. You go into the stores, you see a camera. You know you're being taped, and in a lot of cases without even permission. So the things are in place for a militaristic police state in America. We already had a martial law incident in Helena, Arkansas. See, yeah, I'm voting for Barack Obama. Guaranteed I'm voting for him. You know why I'm voting for him? Because he will restore the Constitution of the United States. And you want to know something else? We got this Wall Street bailout. He voted in favor of it. I'm not in favor of the bailout. McCain voted in favor of it. I'm not in favor of the bailout as it stands. But the thing is, Barack Obama wants to ensure that all Americans have access to health care. Mm-hmm. Now, he also wants to make sure that Main Street, you and I, right, who've lost money in the stock market or whatever, I really lost a little bit, but he wants to ensure that we all have a future financially, educationally, and medically. Now, for me, it is not voting for, I am not voting for Barack Obama. Yes, I'm going to vote for him physically, but I'm not voting for Barack Obama. I'm voting for America. I'm voting for the people who have died for freedom, not for oppression.
Okay. Well,
and I'm sorry, I'm a little wound up.
That's
but
all right.
I'm going to get wound up when people are taking away our freedom and putting out the Military Commissions Act, the Patriot Act, the Real ID Act, the FISA Act, and all these things that would take away our rights. You know that if you're arrested today, you don't even have a right to an attorney? That's right, because they got rid of habeas corpus.
They got rid of habeas corpus.
So I'm going to get a little bit fired up, but you might want to calm me down. Calm me down.
Calm down, El. I agree with you.
I'm getting pissed off.
I agree with you.
Sorry about the P word. All right, I'm going to calm down. Go ahead.
But as far as the bailout, there had to be something, something needed to be done.
But what needed to be done?
How you go about that, you can't really explain what needed to be done and what steps.
I got a problem. I disagree with you. You say the bailout had to happen.
Something had to happen.
I disagree. You know why I disagree? Because if we didn't allow deregulation for the last 10, 20 years, those people in the credit agencies and what have you, and all that baloney going in the stock market doesn't happen.
This would have never happened.
But let me throw this at you. Now, I understand something's going on now, so we got to attempt to solve it. Exactly. But why don't we use that money towards programs that will guarantee you the ability to pay all your bills? Why don't we use it towards a program that will pay for your health care, pay for your education, and lower the cost of fuel, and all these programs that Obama has spoken about and some that McCain has spoken about? Why don't we use that money for that? As far as bailing out Wall Street, before we bail out Wall Street, it's not so much I'm against the bailout, but I think there should have been a bailout and a half. If we're going to bail out Wall Street, we must bail out Main Street.
Bail out Main Street.
And we didn't bail out Main Street.
We didn't bail out Main Street.
We didn't provide health care to your kids.
Right.
I know somebody right now, if she gets sick, she may expire because she cannot go to the doctor. In America, in Cuba, if you get sick, and that's a communist country, you know, if you get sick in Cuba, you got your medical care. What in the bloody Hades is going on in America?
This is why.
But go ahead. You tell me about your bailout, because right now I ain't buying that one.
Well, this is why it's so important for the registered voters to get out there and vote for that positive change, because somewhere along the line there can be repeals made on some of these laws. So the game is not over yet. So it's important that you go out there and vote. If you don't, something's wrong with you.
If you don't vote, let's kick them in the boat.